Hi everybody, it's Hunter.
And Joe.
Here from Two Old Men at Heart. Thanks for watching. Are you excited?
I am excited. We are on the last stretch of travel on our way down here from home to Port Everglades. We're half hour, 45 minutes from the port now. And I am definitely ready to get on our ship.
We've been waiting for a vacation. We haven't really had a full proper vacation. We've done some long weekend trips, but we haven't had a full proper vacation since May. So it's now February, so it's been quite a while.
Yes, and also this is our first time that we're going to somewhere warm in a while. The last couple of cruises we've taken have been not super warm. Canada in May, not warm.
It was cold in Canada in May. The beginning of May, not even the end of May.
Sailing out of San Diego in January around the Baja. Also not that warm.
No, you would think for Mexico.
You would think, yes, but it was not.
Warmer, and it wasn't. It was pretty chilly. But now it's 82 degrees here in South Florida today. The sun is shining. We have some fair weather clouds, and I'm so excited as well because I'm ready for a vacation too.
Yes.
And we're going to share it with you. We're going to share our time with you. But this is an 11-day, I think it's called the Eastern Caribbean Wayfarer on Holland America Line's Eurodam. And we've been on the Eurodam before. It actually was the first ship that we sailed on with Holland America Line. And that was one of the Panama Canal partial transits because it went to the middle of the Panama Canal at Gatun Lake and turned around and came back up the East Coast instead of going the whole way through all the locks and going to the West Coast. But now this one we have, it's an 11-day cruise, which is fairly lengthy.
Yes.
And
one of the longer ones we've been on.
Yeah. The second longest one we've been on, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, because the
Panama Canal one was 10 days.
That was 10 days. The longest one we've been on was our transatlantic sailing from Barcelona to Fort Lauderdale, and now this one is 11 days. So that was 14 days. This one's 11 days. The Panama Canal one was 10 days. So yeah, it's fairly lengthy, and we're going to some ports that I haven't been to before. We've done how many cruises now? I think. Well, we really need to count them.
We do need to count.
I think this is our 11th cruise, and we've done most of them were Caribbean cruises.
Except for the last handful.
Except for the last handful. We started branching out. So now we're back to the Caribbean, and so we've done a lot of those islands, those cruise port days.
And Mexican ports, and yes,
we've done a lot of them already. And so it's really exciting to go to new ports, not Newport, but new ports,
to us.
New to us ports. And so some of the ones that we're going to that we haven't been to before are in Dominica, St. Kitts, Antigua, Martinique, and is there one more that we haven't been to before? There are some that we have been to.
We've been to St. Martin, we've been to St. Thomas, and we've been to Half Moon Cay.
Yeah. And so I'm really excited. What are you most excited about on this trip?
I am most excited to just not have to worry about anything. Being able to be on a ship and you know where your meals are. You don't have to plan your meal. You don't have to cook them. You don't have to do anything. I'm excited to just have some time where we're not doing, not that we're not going to be doing things. We have plenty of excursions.
Yes, we're going to be very busy.
But to not have to worry about the normal day-to-day stuff.
So, like I said before, we're sharing this cruise with you, and we actually are going to be very busy on this cruise because we have a lot of stuff planned. We got the Holland America Line Have It All package, which means you get some money toward excursions, you get some money toward the specialty dining restaurants, and you get drinks as part of the Wi-Fi package. The Wi-Fi package is included in that, and so I'm interested. We haven't tried any of the specialty dining restaurants on Holland America Line before, have we?
No, we have not. And
we've always done the main dining room and the Lido deck, and we haven't tried any of the specialty dining restaurants. So today is embarkation day. We actually have a specialty dining reservation for today.
Pinnacle Grill.
The Pinnacle Grill. So we're going to be testing that out for dinner tonight. which is several hours away still. But we're going to be testing that out. But something that I'm really excited about, we have excursions at almost every single port we're going to planned, and already,
very unusual.
Which
for
is
us.
very unusual. We don't do that many excursions often, and so I'm really excited. There's one. It's cheating diving, so you're not really diving. You don't have to get certified. They put this helmet on you, and you get to walk on the ocean floor, like 20 feet below the surface of the ocean, with some coral reef and whatever marine life you're going to see there. I'm pretty excited for that one.
And our America's Cup racing.
That one's going to be cool too. So a little tip for you: check if you're looking at excursions, and often they sell out quite quickly. Sometimes excursions have multiple times. If they're short enough, they'll do multiple times. So what happened was we saw this one. It's in St. Martin, and it's the America's Cup sailboat racing. And you get to sort of become part of the crew, and you get to help them race these sailboats. I am excited for that, and I know Joe's excited for that too. But what happened was they had a 10 o'clock start time, and it was sold out. So we went on the waiting list, but I happened to be looking through things. I wanted to look at the reviews and see what kind of reviews there were for all of these other excursions that were going on. And I happened to look at that one, and it said 10 a.m. / 1 p.m. There was a second time for this excursion. So we got on. It was not sold out. The 1 p.m. excursion was not sold out.
The 1 p.m. was open, yes.
So we did get to book that excursion.
Yes.
Yeah. So that one's cool. We have a cooking demonstration one that we're going to. We love to cook. You're going to find that out.
Yes.
And we enjoy food, and we appreciate food, even though I'm quite a picky eater. I've gotten a lot better.
You've gotten better. We know what we like, and that's what we make. So we'll see how that demonstration goes in that was in Martinique, I believe. So we'll see how that goes. It'll be certainly interesting, at least to watch them prepare some of the local dishes.
Yeah. So that's what we have going on. Is there anything else you're excited about on this cruise? You're going to be spending time in the casino, I know.
Yes, I am. So no, I think those are the highlights. I mean, we're going to have a good time. We're going to be kind of doing a lot of videos around the ship, and you'll see quite a bit of what we've got going on. So.
Okay. Well, thanks for watching, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe, put that bell notification so you get notifications every time we send out new videos. And thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.